Leave a like right now if you're excited, please. I want them. Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here, and I'm so happy, so excited to bring you guys this video, because last time I did one of these videos, not only did you guys enjoy it a lot, you absolutely demolished the likes on that. So I give you a challenge. Last time we got 600 likes. I dare you just to attempt to beat it. You don't need to beat it, you just need to attempt to beat it. I don't even know how. I don't know. If you can beat it, that would be crazy. I just don't understand how it's possible for you to beat it. But if you're enjoying these type of videos, please do leave a like, guys. It really does help me out. And yeah, just leave a like for more top 5s and top 10s. Memes. More top 10 memes. But I thought that I would explore Grizzleheim today. It's one of the oldest worlds in Wizard101, and it has so many hidden secrets. Let's start off with number 5 right away, guys. We are in the dungeon called Winterdeep Warren. It's one of the mazes in Grizzleheim, and it in itself is a very hidden place, but it holds some secrets that I've always wondered about, and I wanted to share it with you guys, so let me know what you guys think. So the first surprise that I've gotten is when you're exploring these mazes, you actually come across these bears that are absolutely frozen. They're made into stone. There's one bear over here, and one bear over here. Now, not to mention, like, beyond that, it looks like they're actually in fighting poses. It looks like they were suffering and in fighting poses. So I've always actually wondered, what's a creature that's in this dungeon that has caused this? You know, this dungeon is just, if you look at it, it's just a huge maze, and it goes all over the place with plenty of dead ends, many mysteries. If you're ever, you know, wanting to explore it, there are a lot of places to go with this. And I've always wondered, what is this hidden creature in Grizzleheim that has frozen these bears and that lives in Winterdeep Warren? Tell me if you have any idea what. I mean, they could be frozen, you know, but it looks like they were turned into stone, almost like a Medusa. So, are we ever going to see a real Medusa, King's Isle? Who knows, guys, but that would be really sick. Now, that being said, this dungeon as a whole is a very cool dungeon. It has many mysteries. It has plaques that are, you know, I don't even know what these say, but it's really cool. Plenty of hidden bosses, plenty of dead ends to explore. You know, it's just a really cool adventure, and I definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend it if you guys are wondering, you know, what's something in this world that you haven't done yet. You know, there's some places where there are dead ends with nothing in them, and there are places with dead ends with bosses, like all kinds of bosses. And at the very end, if you guys were wondering, on the other end, right over there, if you see where the Vikings are, you actually defeat a boss, and it helps you eliminate a boss in one of the future dungeons. But yeah, guys, that's a secret right in this dungeon. But we're gonna come back to you guys with number 4 ASAP, bro. So stay tuned and leave a like if you're enjoying and excited to beat that like challenge. That'd be awesome. I don't know if you can do it, but I believe. Alright, guys, for number 4, I actually had to do a little bit of work for this one, but it's actually really worth it. This is another dungeon, also found in Nidavellir. If you guys don't know where it is, I will show it to you. Because when we're talking about secrets in Grizzleheim, this is easily the area where it's most focused. Now, to actually unlock this boss, you need to defeat all 4 bosses in this dungeon, and then it opens up this pathway after you do that into a new boss. So, after you get into this area, you actually have to defeat these minions, and then it opens up another door. Now, this is easily, I would have to say, in Grizzleheim, this is easily the boss that's the hardest to get to out of all the bosses, and I've always wanted to show you guys the area. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that it's anything crazy new, but it's definitely something that very few people have seen. So basically, the idea behind this dungeon is that you defeat the 2 side bosses in this area, and then you go into the Hall of Valor and you defeat Jotun, which is a brother that you have to defeat for a main quest, without his other 2 brothers. So if you defeat this guy, you don't have to defeat him in the other boss battle. It's a really cool thing that it's very unique to Grizzleheim. I've never seen that mechanic used anywhere else in the game. So yeah, we're gonna actually visit him and see what he's up to, you know? I didn't kill. That is great. I hope everyone's I'll be back. So guys, after you defeat the boss, you get into this area. And I've always thought it was one of the coolest areas ever. Now, this is really like, it's a boss that I don't think anyone is really super aware of. But yeah, this is just a really cool place, and I thought I would just show it for this video. It's low on the list because it's not really like a mystery, but have you ever wondered what was behind this door? Well, this is what it is. It's a really cool arena. I've always wanted this to be an arena, like, you know, in the actual PvP arena, you know, like this is so sick with water bursting upwards. It's really cool. Now that being said, guys, we're gonna go back to number 3, and it's another one that you guys, I'm sure, will find very interesting. Now the reason I'm staying in Nidavellir so much, if you guys are wondering, is because this is definitely, there's so much room, you know, there's so much room for exploration in here, and this is a picture that I always look at, and it's crazy to me. Now the reason this picture is so crazy to me is because it shows an ice giant basically beating up a fire dragon, and it really shows that Grizzleheim is the home of the frost giant and the ice titan. And the really cool mystery behind this is that this was a hint at Wintertusk way before it came. Now, this painting has been here since Grizzleheim first came out. This is before Wintertusk, and it really does show, along with the Frost Giant statues here, and even the Vikings. It seems like they were all based on the Frost Giant. It really does go to show that Grizzleheim is a world of ice, and it's a world that's probably treated the Frost Giant as the original god, almost. You know, and it really, this artwork, it's something that's very interesting to me. It's almost like an Easter egg. It shows the story of an ice titan beating up a fire titan, and it really, truthfully, is the only picture that we ever get in the entire book so far. Like, in a book, I call it the book, but like, you know, the plot of Wizard101. It's the only picture we get of the titans actually ever fighting. So it's very interesting to me. So guys, we'll come back to you guys with number 2. Still interesting stuff if you ask me. Alright guys, so number 2 isn't really a thing or a place, but it's actually the existence of spiders in Grizzleheim. Now the reason it's actually something that I've always wondered about is because this world actually goes into spiders. So basically the story is the original spider existed with the original bears and the original wolves in the first Grizzleheim world, a very primitive Grizzleheim world. And the idea was the first Grendel basically wanted all the species not to hurt the Grendels, and only the original spider said no because they were untrusting. This is why you create a spider blade in Grizzleheim and defeat the original Grendels. That's actually how you do it. Now, the reason I've always wondered about this history is I've always wondered, who in the world is the original spider? We actually never learn who the original spider is. We've never learned if there's a relationship between the original spider and Old Cobb, or the original spider and Morgant, who's supposed to be the Spider Queen, or if there's a similarity between them and the ones in Chrysalis. Now, this might really support the fact that the first world combined all the worlds that are fragmented down the spirals. So the spiders were all together. The ones that are in Chrysalis are the same, they share the same ancestors as the ones in Grizzleheim. Now, that could be true, but we're still never explained who the original spiders are. We were given a look at the original Grendels. That's just like the one that we visited just before this. But we're never really given a view of the original spider. So I've always wondered, is it Old Cobb? Is it a child of Old Cobb? Is it, like, who is it? Because the grandfather spider that we know might not be the same spider there. I've always wondered, is that one of Spider's children, or what's the significance? That's a mystery that we've never actually been explained. Who is the first spider of Grizzleheim that was explained in the plot itself, and what kind of relationship does that spider have with grandfather's spider? It's a question that I could honestly make a theory about, really, but it's very interesting to think about. Anyways, guys, we'll come back to you guys with number 1 finally. I know you guys have been waiting for it, and it's a doozy. Oh, well, of course you're back here for number 1. Well, you're right. But I'm back here because there's something very interesting in this room. Something that's hidden, secret, very few people know about it. And that's why you're here to, like, leave a like right now if you're excited, please. I want them. I really want to see if you guys can break that from last time. That's crazy to me. There is a picture of Bartleby, presumably. We don't know. It could be any tree, but I mean, I think it's Bartleby. Picture of a moon right here, and a sun right here. Now, the part about this that's crazy is that there's a staircase here, and you know, it's actually pretty hidden from view, and there's a door with a sun symbol here. And yo, you might have guessed it. there's another door parallel on that side. But what is there? What is there, you ask? Oh, I think it's a moon. Oh, yeah, look at that. So, what does that mean? Right there, I think you can see the moon from here. That means that this drawing talks about the moon, the sun, and even the stars. You know, it has all of them. Now, you could always say, you know, this is just complete coincidence, but this is a completely random drawing that's been here since Grizzleheim first came out, way before Celestial Magic. Now, these doors right here are almost certainly going to be added into the plot eventually. It's going to be like a side boss where we learn, in my opinion, super OP mid spells, moon spells, and super OP sun spells. I think that's what's gonna happen, guys. These are hidden doors. Honestly, when I made that top 5 list about top hidden doors, this should have been number 1, very honestly, because there's this little drawing. It really shows that the stars are significant, the moon is significant, the sun is significant. So the astral magic is significant, and it has doors where there's something deep, sacred, and ancient, and mysterious hidden there, and it's up to KingsIsle to add this eventually. I really hope they do. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little exploration of Grizzleheim. I know it definitely involved this area a lot more. It's because this area really does hold a lot of hidden things, a lot of interesting things. There's so much potential. There's a potential for a Medusa boss. There's a potential for an expansion with sun and moon. There's a potential for an expansion that has a relation to Old Cobb, and there's definitely some sort of relationship here with the Ice Titan, yeah, but maybe the other Titans too. There's so much secret here that we've never been exposed to. And I think Grizzleheim is the one world that should be expanded more than any other world. So leave a like if you agree with that statement. I think Grizzleheim has the most potential out of any other world. Just look over there. There's a river down here, and it just goes off. It's frozen. And it's just, we're never explained where that goes. This is an endless area. And I've always wanted to go down there too, to explore the secrets. I feel like this has the most potential out of all the areas in Wizard101 for an extension, just because of the doors with clear meaning, and the art, the ancient work, everything, you know, the frozen people, the fact that spiders and original beings are in the lore of Saberstad Pass, everything is super important. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Share it with your friends. Just tell me if you want me to do more top 5s. Seems like you guys do. That's why I did it. And yeah, guys, if someone hasn't told you you're awesome today, they're clearly doing something wrong. So stay awesome, bruh. Yeah.